So, friends, we have some rather interesting developments unfolding, but they are basically happening deep underground. And I'm talking now about the leadership of Crimea, about which, for some reason, Crimea itself doesn't seem to know anything. What happened, why nothing is known about this in Crimea, is also a strange situation. Why did I pay attention to this? Because people from Crimea started writing to me. Tanya, what's going on with Aksyonov? They're asking me. I'm sitting in Switzerland, and they're asking me from Crimea, the residents of Crimea. Well, what can you do, right? No, of course I want to help you, and of course I want to tell you what's really going on. It's not that simple, friends. If you don't know about this, then let's read and see what the sources are telling us. Let's see what the sources say. So the source is incriminating evidence. The group informs that Sergei Aksyonov, head of the Republic of Crimea, on August 11, 2025, Sergei Aksyonov, head of the Republic of Crimea, was taken in handcuffs to Moscow for interrogation at Lubyanka. Voila. What is this? Crimea. On August 11th, Sergei Aksyonov was taken away in handcuffs to Crimea. This is reported by the group's compromising materials. Look, read through. This is what a telegram is. Read there. So, representatives of the Russian presidential administration refused to meet with him in Moscow for questioning at Lubyanka. The temporary operational group of the FSB took tough measures due to Aksyonov's obstruction of the investigation. According to Sergei Borodkin, during a search of Borodkin's house, unexpected materials were found. There are links to everything here, so go ahead, read, watch. Aksyonov distanced himself from Borodkin and promised not to interfere with the investigative actions. Sergei Borodkin, the Grey Cardinal of Crimea, controls the region through a network of subordinate structures. He was born on June 24, 1967. In Simferopol, he previously headed the Selim organized crime group. He was convicted of racketeering in 1994. He received a suspended sentence. And in 1998 for fraud and robbery. This was the Yalta court. His wife, Svetlana Babi, is an advisor to Aksyonov. Her husband heads an organized crime group. The wife is an advisor to Aksyonov. So then, who is Aksyonov himself, friends? But here, you can draw some conclusions for yourself. His son, Daniel Borodkin, is involved in business, including LLC Morameri. You know this, right, everyone? You know this chain of hotels in particular? There's such a hotel in Volushka, right on the shore. It's quite a good hotel, high class. And also SZ Nikolevsky. Borodkin distributes government contracts for landscaping and land and blocks the legalization of properties in Sudak. The clan's assets are registered to affiliated Borodkin companies. In the Council of Ministers of Crimea, there is a group of dismissed police officers led by former Minister of Internal Affairs, Sergei Abisov. After Aksyonov was removed, pressure on the staff was exerted by former Deputy Head of the Internal Security Department of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Vitaly Vyatkin. The police lobby influences decisions through manipulation. He has been given control over the LIPS, RK Crimea, and quarries in Crimea and the new regions. Asset management is handled by former Ministry of Internal Affairs examiner Sergei Smolnikov, who is now the deputy head of the Anti-Corruption Committee. The quarries are registered to his brother and affiliated persons. Well, how do you think business is done? Isn't it done through brothers and sisters? Through wives, through children? This is so that the business doesn't leave their own circle, but stays inside. There really aren't any secrets here. It's just a normal approach to business. Whoever worked the hardest gets the biggest reward. In the 11 years of the clan's rule, many officials fled to Turkey to escape prosecution for corruption. Among them is former Minister of Housing and Utilities, Sergei Donets. and former head of the State Registration Committee, Alexander Spiridonov. Well, there was a time when we were corresponding with Spiridonov, when my house in Koktebel at 53 Zhukovsky Street was changed to 13 Doliny Lane, and all the documents were altered. I wrote to Spiridonov about this, but he didn't respond at all. That's the kind of person Spiridonov is. So, to say that he's not guilty somewhere, let them prosecute him too. They know everything. They change the documents. I have court cases regarding 53 Zhukovsky Street, my house in Koktebel. They change the address. And that way the property can be sold at 13 Doliny Lane without any lawsuits against the house. You understand, right? And who does this? Well, people like Spiridonov and all the others. So it turns out Spiridonov ran away. Donitz was fired in May 2024 for schemes involving fake contracts for sanitation services in Yevpatoria. That's 938 million rubles in 2022. Borodkin organized their escape, providing Ukrainian documents through Evgeny Dvoskin. Both obtained Turkish citizenship through real estate investments. On August 14, 2025, Aksyonov was brought back to the region under FSB escort, but was suspended from management until the investigation is completed. He is merely pretending to be present in order to prevent Salmin from becoming disorganized. The region is under external administration by the administration of the President of the Russian Federation. The process of decriminalization has been sanctioned from above. The purge of the OPS leadership continues. Borodkin is putting pressure on Aksyonov, threatening to leak information about the embezzlement schemes. Aksyonov is once again obstructing inspections, risking being summoned to Lubyanka again. But this time as a suspect. But he was already taken away in handcuffs on August 11th. So he was already a suspect, but then returned as a non-suspect, right? Yes, friends, you see how easy and simple it all is. Did he buy his way out? Maybe, friends. We can't say what amount he paid to get off. And since we can't say what amount, that means quite simply we absolutely cannot say anything at all, because our entire world today is unfortunately built upon a remarkably great tolerance for dangerous bandits, organized crime groups, widespread bribes, and all the rest of these pervasive issues. Sometimes they pull someone up from the bottom of the swamp to the surface just to show, well, of course, to show others that you have to share. That's the most important thing. So, as of today, a change of leadership is expected in the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Crimea, the investigative committee, which is also completely mired there, as well as the prosecutor's office and the courts of Crimea. Friends, I have found a new platform. A new platform for posting videos. In Russia and possibly in other countries, YouTube channels and YouTube programs are currently unavailable. This new platform is called NewsRocks, which allows you to post videos without censorship. No, of course, nothing criminal should be there, I suppose, but basically it's without censorship. I've started to get the hang of this platform. Right now, I'm advertising myself. On this platform, anyone who also wants to post content, feel free to join. And so that people watch them somewhere other than YouTube. Come on in, start your own channel. Very soon I'll share a link to my page on this platform. That is, my site will be there. My site along with my videos. Come, subscribe, write, let me know how it works for you.